All right, so I have like 2 seconds to make a really quick update. It's still pretty early here in the morning, and this is day 2 of my pouch test. And last night went very well. I was really worried about snacking in the evening because that's a really bad habit that I typically have. Um, yeah, so, but I didn't. I had pudding, which is allowed. Um, and it wasn't bad. It totally satisfied the craving, and I'm thinking that it might be something that I will use if I absolutely have to snack in the future. I can totally do a sugar-free, fat-free pudding. I mean, there's not a whole lot of calories in it, and it's not going to do damage to my pouch. I really feel like for me, the main reason I'm doing this is because my pouch has been abused. I was just talking to a friend last night online, and I understand that the pouch test is not for everyone. Um, if you are someone who has always followed the rules, who maybe isn't that far out with your surgery, even if you've hit a stall, I think that maybe you just don't need the pouch test yet. My pouch is for sure and definitely stretched out. I have had 2 post-op pregnancies, and with both, because I have a history of preterm labor, my doctors have always advised me that I need to completely change and basically go against all of the weight loss surgery rules when I'm pregnant. Because I never know when my babies are going to be born. So I basically, with both my post-op babies, had to sit around and snack all the time to try and bulk them up as quickly as possible. And not only that, but I was told to eat carbs. And so it's like a complete 360 from what we're told to do. And but it was, of course, it was worth it because I have 2 beautiful babies. And I did not have weight loss surgery with the purpose of getting pregnant and having children, but it was a blessing that happened to come along with this journey for me and my husband. So, anyway, I was talking to a friend who kind of doesn't believe in the pouch test, and that's fine. I don't know if I fully do either. It's just that I know that I need to do something to try and shrink my pouch back. I don't know if it's possible to get it back to where it actually needs to be without a revision. A revision isn't an option for me. My surgery was cash pay. I went to Mexico to have my surgery. If you haven't been following my story, I had my surgery back in April of 2009. So I'm about 5 years out now. And I'm obviously battling regain like we all do. And I guess not all of us, but I think the majority of us at some point will battle some regain, whether it's a couple pounds or whether it's 50 pounds or 100 pounds. I mean, it happens. And it just, it's easy to let it slip away from you when you don't have that same, it gets comfortable, I guess, after several years of living at a smaller size, and you get comfortable and you start to eat the things that you used to love that maybe you're not supposed to have. And for me, it was that comfort that came along with being several years plus out from my surgery and the post-op pregnancies. I have actually had 3 post-op pregnancies. We lost one in the middle of our 2 children. And I have 3 children, but 2 of them were born post-op. So but we did have a miscarriage in between, and I did put on weight with that pregnancy as well because we didn't lose that baby until the 2nd trimester. So at that point, you've started to put on some weight. And it was not an easy time in my life. And so after losing that baby, I did not lose that weight. It was like the last thing I wanted to do was deprive myself and jump back on the diet after that experience. We were still trying to get pregnant. We wanted to have another child. And so I got pregnant really quickly after the miscarriage. It was like 2.5, 3 months, something like that. after we miscarried. I guess 2.5 months doesn't make sense. 3 months after we miscarried. And my son's gonna crash the party. Just a minute. Can you wait a minute? Probably gonna bang on the door. So I still had a 10-pound gain, I think it was, from that pregnancy when I started the next one with Shiloh. So I was already up 10 pounds. Then I added 20, I believe, with her. So that's a 30-pound gain there. And I've struggled to get it off. With Roswell, it came off pretty easily. I gained 25 pounds with him, and I lost all of that. But then it was the next two. It's like each one, it gets a little bit harder. And I don't want to blame it all on pregnancy because I know a lot of it is just my own habits. But I think my situation's a little different because of my premature births and the fact that the doctors wanted me to eat more and more often. And it kind of forced me to break every habit I've ever taught myself and get out of the habit of eating just the proteins first, because I was eating carbs first, and the baby's brain needed that for development. So, I wasn't going to go against what my doctor said. I wanted to make healthy babies, and I'm kind of rambling on, and I hope it doesn't sound like I'm making excuses for the reason why I have this regain, but I guess I'm just sort of trying to justify the pouch test. I don't think that it's a diet, not for me anyway. I'm not doing it primarily to lose weight because I know this is not my first rodeo. I know that the kind of weight that you lose on a 5-day liquid diet type thing is water weight. The majority of that is going to be water. And someone also pointed out that any eating plan that deviates from the basic rules of weight loss surgery is a diet. And the 5-day pouch test, I don't believe does that. It's almost like going back to the very beginning when you have your surgery. It's taking you back through those phases and making you rediscover your tool, which is what I really, really need because I feel like I don't have it anymore. And I'm just being real here. I just feel like I don't have it. I don't feel it. I don't feel full like I used to with my tool. I still... I'm trying to find my keys. Okay, well, they're not in your room, and your baby sister's sleeping in there, so do not go in there. He's probably going to wake her up. This video's getting longer than I intended. But anyway, the purpose of the 5-day pouch test for me isn't to lose a bunch of weight really quick. I know it's not a quick fix. I know I need to get back on track. And for me, this is the only way I can think of to start back at the beginning, to force myself to rediscover my pouch. The first couple days of liquids is curbing, it's getting rid of my snacking habit. It's curbing the carb cravings and the sugar cravings. It is proving to myself that I can mentally do this again, because if I can do a couple days of nothing but liquids, I can continue and move forward and go through the soft food stage and go through the firm protein stage. And I'm trying to just kind of reflect back and remember what got me to this place in the first place. The determination that I had originally when I went to Mexico and got my surgery, and the determination that got me down to 164 pounds. I need to refine that because I'm sort of at a different place in my life now. I'm with the babies. I'm a mommy. I'm doing totally different things than I was doing back then. My focus is totally different, but I still need to make time for me, and I want to be healthy. And especially now that I have a daughter, everything changes when you have a girl. I mean, I love my boys, but I just look at her little eyes and I can see that she's watching me, and I don't want her to see me the way that I was. And I just fear that I'm heading back in that direction, and it's sad. I don't want her to feel like she needs to diet or that she needs to constantly be trying to be something better than she is. I just want to be able to not fix myself, but in a way just establish those good habits again, and my healthy routines. I want that all in place by the time she's old enough to notice. I don't want to be dieting and I just don't want that for her. I don't know how else to say it, but anyway, that's all for today. I just emptied my large water bottle. As you can see, I have 2 rubber bands left. I drank 3. I just took one off. I'm going to fill it back up. Had my protein shake, had my coffee this morning. I'll probably have some Jell-O and some soup. And I'm doing fine on liquids. I can totally do this. When my mind is in the right place, I can do it. And it is this time. So I'm just going to keep going, and I'm going to do my best to get myself back on track with the proteins, following the weight loss surgery rules, living like a weight loss surgery patient. And yeah, it's just always going to be a part of my life, and I need to remember that. So I hope everyone is having a good day and making healthy choices. And this video is super long, so I will talk to you again tomorrow for my day 3.